123.6 pounds.
Yeah. All right, yeah, so we're live now with the LFA. We're getting ready for Tyler Ray to do his weigh-in. Another competitor before him, so we'll just sit here and watch them.
Yeah, one of the beautiful things, Bernie, about this is that we're going to get to see a wide variety of and of course men and women that are part of this sport, combat sports, if you will. And these weight classes go from, of course, very light all the way up to heavyweight, which is as much as 265 pounds. Tyler normally fights at 170 pounds.
Okay, and so what are we seeing right now? These guys are, what they say, 140?
Right, so these people would be, if this was boxing, they would be under welterweight, because 140 pounds is one of the smaller weight classes, if you will. And you could sort of see that in the height of one individual. And the variety is kind of interesting because you can have some really tall, thin people that can make that weight, and then other more stockier people. And so that also gives you a contrast for the actual fight that's going to happen, because the shorter person is going to have shorter reach with their arms, typically, if they're symmetrical to their lower body. The longer person generally has the taller person has more reach. So it becomes a test. Let's see who comes up next.
Okay, so is this Tyler's weight class here, the welterweight?
No, he's heavy.
Tyler, what he said, 153.2 pounds.
Okay, you're right. He is a bit heavier than this guy.
We're more likely to see one of Tyler's teammates, Marquez. I believe he's 155 pound type. So that's not him. But if you're going in at the standing weight order, Tyler's weight group would be amongst the next weight group that comes.
Okay.
So Tyler has two that are fighting on this LFA card, the Legacy Fighting Alliance. And one fights at 155 pounds, and the other fights at also 170 pounds. I think he's doing a catch weight fight at 180. Jason. So what you can see here by these guys standing on the stage for their face-off, of course, is for us on TV. But it's also already and they've been able to drink a little bit and dehydrate a little bit, which makes them have the ability to smile while they're on the stage versus looking like they're about to fall over. Let's see what they bring up, who they bring up next.
Yeah. Yeah, so everyone who's just joined us, this is in South Dakota.
This opponent represents the next match academy, flying out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Rockbound, Texas.
Oh, must be a crowd favorite.
Rockbound weighs in 124.8 pounds as well.
So what happens, Doug, if they don't make weight?
Tyler's
like,
up
do
next.
They have...
Well, Tyler's up next, so let's we'll wait on that.
After we conclude the preliminary bouts.
All right, I can answer that now for you, Barney. Well, one of the things that happens is if they don't make weight, depending on how much they missed by, they usually have to forfeit 20 or 30% of their pay. It goes to the other fighter.
Okay.
That's one option.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Leading on the 64 main card.
This is the main card. All those prior people were on the undercard.
Welterweight division.
Okay.
Introducing first representing Hard Knocks 365 fighting out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Tyler Wolverine Ray.
That's our boy. That's our man.
Tyler Ray weighs in at 169.4 pounds.
Way to go, Tyler.
His opponent represents the International Academy, fighting out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Sam Garrett. Sam Garrett weighs in 170.2 pounds.
Tyler's looking nice and lean, eh?
Yes, he is. Lean, as we say.
Yeah. He's got that Florida glow, too.
Let's see what their height differential.
Garrett versus Ray. Moving along to the LFA Welterwight division.
It's hard to tell if he's. It's very hard to tell if Tyler, you know, what the stats are as far as height.
Did you guys want me to give him the phone?
If you can.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go give it to him.
All right, Tyler's phone is being taken by his lovely sister who's celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Cammy. Back to see if she can get back there and give him his phone, and he'll give us a little. We will get a little interaction here, be able to ask him a few questions.
That's great. The Tyler takeover is about to happen.
The Tyler takedown.
Whatever Tyler
take
wants to
over.
do, we're not going to say no.
What's up?
Exactly.
Here we are.
Oh.
Turn it the other way.
Sideways.
Oh.
He is depleted, isn't he? He's totally depleted.
So you got it worked? Did you figure it out?
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah, so Tyler, we're live now, and the whole world is getting to see you. And if you have a minute, if you could share a little bit about the process, what it is for the weigh-ins, what you do after you weigh in, what weight class you fight at, a little bit about you. I think that the audience would love to learn.
Yeah, so I fight at welterweight, which is 170 pounds, and for non-title fights, they allow you to come in at 171 if you need to. Today, I ended up weighing in at 169.4, so I actually cut almost 2 pounds too much, not knowing, because we had Marquez had his scale, and we had a check weight scale, and Marquez was 0.4 heavier than that one, so we were going off of that one, and then we ended up, they had a different scale for weigh-in, so that scale ended up being the lightest one of all, which is good, but we just wish we would have known that, because Marquez also cut down to like 153. So this morning we both woke up thinking we only had to cut 2 pounds, when reality we probably didn't need to cut any. So, but it is what it is. But so yeah, we both did a hot bathtub with Epsom salt, sit in there for 20 minutes, and then we call it the mummy process. You get out and lay on the ground, and our coaches cover us in towels, and you sit there for 10 minutes and just let your sweat keep going. And that's all I had to do today. The past fights, I've had to do that process twice, and I feel so good. And after that, I had an electrolyte drink that I make, which is it's just water. I put chia seeds in there, some pink Himalayan sea salt, lemon juice, and a little bit of honey, just to try and get the natural electrolytes in me. And then after I down one of those, I immediately have 2 scoops of Vitargo, and then another electrolyte drink, and then I had 2 more scoops of Vitargo, and then I had another serving of Vitargo about an hour later. So I've had 6 scoops so far, and I'll probably have 2 more tonight, and probably 2 or 3 tomorrow. And it's like, that's my go-to now is Vitargo. It makes me feel And I haven't checked my weight yet, but I plan to when I get back to the hotel to see what I'm at. But I guarantee you I'm already around 85. I've had like 6 things of Vitargo, 2 bottles of water, and about half a gallon. And I'm still going and having food, and we're going to go out to eat tonight.
So one question that I have for you, Tyler, is that when you're drinking all of these drinks, honestly, initially, after you get off the scale, because you're depleted, you chug a lot of it or you sip it slow? And how does it affect your stomach?
I try to do it in sips. A lot of guys will make a mistake of just they chug, they get these drinks, and we get our mindset like we just want all the water, and everybody will like chug it real quick, and then they end up messing their stomach up, and it hurts, and you don't want any more food in you. So as hard as it is, as soon as you get off the scale, you just sip. Like I sip. It takes me about 20 minutes just to get through one bottle when I really just want to chug it, but I force myself to just sip it a little bit every minute until it's all in me. Get my body adjusted to getting the water and everything back in it, and let it slowly reabsorb it and everything. So you got to do it slowly, or else you're really going to upset your stomach, which I've done before.
Yeah, I know that's common. So one of the other questions that I had for you, Tyler, was I think you said that you probably put back on about 10 pounds by now.
Yeah, if that. I mean, probably more.
Well, that's beautiful, because well, you know that and I know that. So maybe you can explain a little bit to the audience how you feel like the Vitargo helps you regain the weight and rehydrate.
So the crucial thing is not only just water, but you want to get carbohydrates back in your system immediately, because correct me if I'm wrong, but your body requires carbohydrates to refuel and help your body soak up more water. I think that's just what I'm going off of. But, so Vitargo. How about now? Can you hear me now? All right. So yeah, so the Vitargo, since it's so easily digested, I rely on that to get the carbs back into my muscles and in my body, and then from there it allows me to get back to real food. Because as great as Vitargo is, everybody knows that you want your body to get real food sources in you. So Vitargo aids in letting you get back to the real food sources, because it digests so easily that if I were to try and go and eat a bunch of pasta or rice or a real food source right after I weighed in, my body has no water in it and everything, and it's going to be so traumatic for my digestive system to try and digest that and absorb it. It would just cause my stomach. That's what I've done before, and now ever since I started doing it, that's never happened ever again. So like tonight will be my first like real carb source. I do Vitargo for like the first 4 hours. My body's finally adjusted, the digestive system is working, everything's back to proper work.
Excellent. If I could interject one thing, is that when you're going through your weight cut and your weight loss, so that the audience understands you're restricting fluids and that you're burning a lot of calories, so your body is using all of your stored carbohydrate that you store in your liver and in your muscles. And just for a point of education, as you said, when you start re-drinking that Vitargo, for every 1 gram of carbohydrate the body absorbs from it, 3 grams of water will go with it in the muscle. So your muscles get to rehydrate faster, because the carbs will bring the water back into your muscle, allow your body and your muscles to replete faster. And that's one of the things that you experience. It allows you to say, okay, now I'm ready to eat. I need this in me fast, 5-7 minutes. It's out of my gut. My body's starting to digest it. Now I feel like, half a human. I could talk and go eat somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. And the other thing for the audience when it comes to it, from what my experience is working with you guys, seeing you guys, meaning the fighters, whether it's boxers or combat sports, meaning MMA, what you do, everybody has their own little favorite foods that they like to eat for their meals. So can you share some of what that might be for you?
French toast.
I think that's perfect, honestly.
I like to get the French toast, and I like to get that syrup in there. It's just a quick sugar for my body to digest, and then it just tastes so good. So.
Well, you know, it is perfect because if you think about it, what is French toast made of? Bread, which would be a carbohydrate, eggs, which would have some protein, and some healthy fats that actually occur in eggs. Something that's called choline, which helps your neurotransmitters work optimally, that naturally occurs in egg yolks. So to me, French toast is one of the perfect type of foods to have, as long as you're not having the whole IHOP thing full of syrup on top, you know?
No. Luckily, since this being my 5th fight here in Sioux Falls, I've kind of got the rundown on all the good restaurants, and I found this place called Ode to Food, and it's all organic and everything. So they use every ingredient on the menu is organic, and so like the French toast is the highest quality French toast I'm gonna be able to find in Sioux Falls, and I actually am gonna go there again tomorrow morning for fight day breakfast. Just that's another ritual, and get some good eggs, some sweet potato hash, and I always have one pancake to allow myself that treat, because since I can't have any of the other sweets I want until after my fight, I gotta let myself get a pancake.
It's understandable, and I think all the food choices you're making, obviously you know what works for you, but they're the perfect type of things to get your body going for what you're going to do later on that night.
Yep.
So here's a question out of curiosity, because maybe a lot of our audience doesn't know what the fighters go through on fight day. From, you know, you wake up, you might go have breakfast, you probably go get a sweat sometime during the day or get loose, and then what time do you normally have to report to you know, where your fight's going to be? How early before a fight start do you actually have to be there?
Yeah, so basically tomorrow the rundown is going to be I'll wake up around 9-ish, go get breakfast, let it digest, and then we do a little shakeout workout like you're talking about around 11 or 12, get a real good sweat and blow the lungs out, get an intense, like usually I like to do some sprints, get all that bad lactic acid out of my legs, get all the muscles firing. And then from there, since I'm on the main card, we don't have to report to the arena until 5:15. So I'll just go sit in my room and with Marquez and kind of like hold myself up. Basically, I turn the phone on airplane mode, and me and Marquez, we keep there's so much energy and angst and all that involved in this fight that it's super important to make sure that you're controlling your energy throughout the day and not wasting all that energy. You're getting jacked up, your heart rate. And so me and Marquez, we always trying to find some brainless movie or cartoon and just put it on TV, maybe take a nap and get a couple more meals in. And then we just kind of chill and keep that energy flowing all the way to the arena. And I really stay calm the whole time in the locker room too. And a lot of people think, oh, you're about to go fight. What kind of music you listening to? Heavy metal, all the hardcore rap. No, the only thing that I listen to in my headphones is gospel and Christian music, and that gets me fired up. I don't know about other guys. Some guys like to listen to metal and get fired up, but to me, as soon as I step in that cage, that's all I need. I just flip the switch, and that's when I become the Wolverine, as my nickname is. I don't need to get jacked up to the music. My passion is so high for this sport that I don't have to get any more jacked up when I'm in there, and it's just wasted energy. And I just like to stay calm and just know that I've done all the work, and now it's just time to go perform. And the most important thing is to have fun. I mean, it's a fight, so you got to try and have fun, but make it as fun as you can.
Oh, most definitely. And I know it's fun. I know that it's fun watching you fight. It's fun watching you do your thing, because I know how hard you train, how hard you work, how dedicated you are. Dedicated squared, I would say, you know. And I'm excited for you because you are the Wolverine. Sure. So, one other question, if we could just touch on, you know, roughly, is one of the things that you mentioned is that you and Marquez and you while you're relaxing during the day, try to get another couple meals in. I would imagine most of those are lighter meals. I would imagine nothing so heavy. Would that be correct?
Yeah. What were you saying? Hang on. Sorry.
Not a problem. I was just saying that your meals during the day while you're relaxing as much as you can with Marquez and the group and trying to, you know, just basically let your body fully recover. What type of meals are you eating?
So I keep it extremely clean. After my breakfast, that is the heaviest I'll eat all day. I'll have that pancake and some eggs and sweet potato hash. And after that, I keep it very light. I eat, like, I'll have a chicken breast, nothing on top of just a plain, no oil chicken breast, get some veggies in me, and then fruit. And I pretty much stop eating altogether at like 2 or 3. And then from there on, if I get hungry or feel like I need anything, I'll have some Vitargo, or I like to eat some Quest protein bars or just something like that. But just getting in good carbs and protein, because my biggest fear when I'm in the cage is that I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. So I cut the food out early enough and not just give my body what it needs to not feel hungry. But another thing that I like to do when I get in the cage is I like to be a little hungry when I'm in there. I like that hunger. It kind of drives me, because I feel like if you're fighting hunger, it just gives me an edge. I don't know, it might be just me, but mentally I like that little bit of hunger in my stomach. I feel better, and that's when I perform the best. So I stop eating around 2 or 3, but it's all very clean. No oils, no butter, no sauces or anything. Just chicken breast, veggies, and fruit.
You know what? You're the blueprint for success with what you laid out, how you use your Vitargo, how you use food, how much electrolytes you drink afterwards, how you eat clean. You know, whether it's ice cream and cookies or whatever it might be after your fight, that's different. You know, during your fight camp and during your cuts and today, and even tomorrow, I think it's really, you're educating us. So I know that I thank you for it.
Well, yeah, it's just something that I've always set out to do. I'm very, very passionate about the sport. I'm passionate about my health. I've always been, and even after fighting, health is going to be something that I'd like to stay involved in somehow with my job post-fighting. And it's something that I like to say is like live the champion lifestyle. I model myself after some of the guys in the gym like Kamaru Usman and Michael Chandler, and I think that they do everything properly, and I've tried to mold myself after them, and I'd like to take it to the next level. And so health and just being an educator, because MMA is a very rapidly growing sport, but so many people are so uneducated about it. We're not just, a lot of us aren't just dumb fighters that get in the cage. A lot of us are educated. We have college degrees, and we know what we're doing. There's science behind it, and that's something that I want to try and set out and do in a sport, and inspire other people, and be a good role model for some other kid that might watch me fight one day and say, hey, I want to do that. And maybe he'll be like, hey, I want to be like Tyler Ray. So that's just my goal.
I think that's beautiful and a great goal. And I know you personally, so I know that you live that. You know what I mean? So the other thing that I was going to point out for the audience, for the people listening in, if you listen to what Tyler said about what he's done, like what he did today on weigh-in day, Tyler's had close to about 800 calories of carbohydrate from Vitargo throughout the day. And that's a really great way to replete your body. Much more, and he sped it out throughout the day, which allows his body to not feel overloaded. So you probably never felt bloated. You probably never felt like you were weighed down, and it helps you towards your energy.
Yeah, ever since I stepped off the scale for weigh-ins at 2, I've been feeling better and better, and not once did I ever have a point where I felt like my stomach was cramping up or bloated or anything. I felt good. And as you guys, anybody that's been following my story today, my face is a little bit sunken in earlier today. It's starting to fill back out. I'm feeling alive and energetic, and I had high energy this morning. I felt like I could have fought right away this morning. As soon as I stepped off the scale, that's just my mindset. I've been just gaining more power and energy ever since then, and I'm going to continue to do so until I get in the cage.
Well, beautiful.
By the time I step in the cage tomorrow, he won't be fighting a welterweight. I'll probably be stepping in there close to what a middleweight would weigh, around 195, 200.
That's beautiful. I'm excited to watch you fight, and I know we all are. And it's on Access TV, AXS TV, Mark Cuban's channel, right? And it's on most cables.
It's on cable, and then for the viewers that do not have Access TV, I just found this out today. It's pretty cool. the first fight of the night will be streamed live on Access TV's Facebook page. So that's for anybody that doesn't have access, can't find it at a sports bar or cable channel. You can like our Facebook page, Access TV Fights, and watch me on there.
We will watch you. So I know for me, I have to excuse myself, and I thank you for you sharing insight about who you are, what you do, and how you utilize nutrition to optimize or be part of your training to go kick this guy's ass tomorrow.
Yep. Thank you. Looking forward to it. Appreciate it. Appreciate all your guys' support and thankful for it. So,
Tyler, give our love and respect to Marquez and Jason. You know.
Yeah, I will.
All right.